what we equally want to do is we want to enter whohohost. So you click on this domain registration because you must first register a domain before you go about before you can host a service you get. So first you register a domain, then you go in for your hosting package, what you need. So here now you can click on this here, you can click on this, or you can click on domain checker. So let's click on that without wasting much of the time. We have just few minutes on this training. So while that is loading, now you can see domain name checking. So like what I'll be saying here is where you enter that company name that has been registered. It might be a registered name, that company that has been registered with CAC, or just a new business is a startup business name. So you enter the company name. So we are using Webnotes for instance. So after you've entered the Webnotes for instance, if you've entered the name, then you click on check. So you click on the check, and then it's going to come up with okay, be valid. So make sure please you put the extension you need in order not to get this kind of error. In order not to get this kind of error, these are the available extension they have. So you can see they have .org, they have .com, they have .net, they have .com.ng, we have. So you can see that these their prices of each of those extensions. You can see their prices in their front. So therefore, anyone you know that is available to you, like most of the clients, they would have tell you that they needed a .com domain. So you don't have to bother yourself. You know that this .com is 16,000 naira for this hosting company. It varies. You can go to another company and this 16,000 can be what? Can be 17,000, like I see in one of those hosting company. Yeah. So now, what you are going to do now is for you to come down to this place again, enter in that domain, and put the extension you need, which is what? Webnotes.com. So because I put the extension, the required extension, and I click on check. So it's going to randomly check the World Wide Web and check whether that name has not been used by any company online. So if that name has been used by any company online, that means that name, so the extension is not available for me to be used. So what I'm equally going to do is I'll go back to the client, or I go back to my prospect and inform him or her that this domain has been picked, or this domain is being used by another company. So then I will now pick from the list of suggested what extension, like, oh, you can see webnote.com is unavailable, but they will give you suggestion that okay, you can pick what they will show you. You can see this for this domain is unavailable, but this is available, this is available, this is available. So that means you can use any of these with this name and it will still go. So therefore you go to your prospect and tell them that this name dot ng, this name dot africa, this name dot store, this name dot AI is available. So then you now come and check. They will also suggest for you other names you can use. If in you still need that .com, but they will have to alter the business name. Like you can see now, webnotes.tech, you get .tech. So if you put tech in the name, but I will suggest you never follow any of these their suggestion, in the sense that only the business owner, only your prospect, which is your customer, can alter a domain name. Because if you alter that domain name at the end of the project, they will tell you that that name is not going. The reason why it's not going is because the domain name has been altered. You have followed the suggested what? Because of this service provider, they want you to purchase a domain from them. That's why they come with this list of options. So you rather go back to your client, explain all this in detail to him or her. If he or she have accepted that you can alter the name, or that you can go in for other extension, then that means you can go about registering that domain with a new domain. You see, you can see this is 6,000 naira. So now, when we are through with this, now let's assume that we've agreed to pick a domain. That is all about the domain you get. So now let's go in with what .ng. So I remove that extension. I put ng. So when I put ng, then I search again. Help me to check the worldwide console. Okay, you can see we have the green tick now. We have what? Our green mark, which shows that this name .ng is available. So anytime you see that the name is available, what's next for you to do is for you to add that name to what? add it to the cart. So after you've added to cart, that means you have agreed in order to purchase that name with this service provider. So next thing I'm going to talk about is I'm going to talk about the host. So let's come back to this there. Let's come back. You can click this their logo to take you to their main service page again. So when you click on the logo, any website logo, it will take you to the what? Their main service page again. So now you have to have an account with this company in order to be able to what? In order to be able to buy any of their services. And I have my own account already. I use my Gmail. You can use your Gmail and you pick or you use any password you wish to use. So now I'm going to, but make sure you don't click remember me. So you click on login. So I'm going to log in again and I'm going to check for the available hosts package I can use. So now, equally what you take in now is on, so you come to the services page. So when you click on, you pick on order a new service. So when you click on that order a new services, it open. So when it's open, it shows you the different services they have again, and you check which one is available. I said it before that each of those websites varies in database. So you check for the one that has the strength of the website you want to build. The strength in the sense that the size of the website you want to build. If it's a portfolio website you want to build, you go for something lesser. And if you know that you are dealing with an e-commerce website, you go for something a little bit robust in database or in size, you go for that. But if you know that it is something of a wider size that you needed, then you have to go for very robust. I call it very robust one. You have to go for very robust database. So now storage. So here now we have starting from 1,800 a month. So this one is going to buy us what? A 6 gig Linux shared hosting package hosting. You get, this one is just 1,000. So equally, each time as you are calculating, you must always calculate a year package or 6 months package, because there's always additional bonus that attracts all this. But if you have to do a month, a month, it won't attract any bonus. So like you can see this 2,200 a month, and this will buy you 12 gig worth of storage. So you can see, so then you can see the one for 3,600, which will buy you 25 gig worth of what? Shared hosting storage. And these are all the what I call the attracted whatever to it. You have all this. You have all of them almost have the same thing you get. So you don't have to be scared. And the reason why I chose this whohohost for a bonus is because they do give free SSL certificates. But some other the hosting company, they don't give free SSL certificates. You get. So now after you've checked any of this now and you are okay with any of this packet, let's assume that this first one we want to go for. You click on order, and when you click on order, you call it go. So, but if you are going for an hosting, it will take you back to the what? To the domain section again. And that's why I was saying that you must first buy a domain before going for a hosting service. Because that hosting, I told you right that a host, you can't just buy a storage without you being labeling it with a name. So therefore, what it does in that this host you want to buy, which name you want to call it. So you must buy the name, which is what? The domain. The domain is the label. You want to label your hosting or your host that you've gotten with them. So therefore, they will equally tell you that, or first question they will ask you want to register a new domain, and after that, they will ask you that you have a transfer domain, or whether you have a domain that you've registered with another service provider that you want to transfer to them, or I will use my existing domain and update my name server later. You get, those are the three options. So this one now is like probably maybe you have a domain before that you want to use. So by the time you pick this option, it will give you, it will tell you to enter the domain that you have with them already, and you have to click on use. But if you click on this second option, it will tell you to put the name, and they will tell you to, there's a process in that you get. So by the time this course move further, I will take you on how to do a transfer domain. And when you come to this register a new domain, this one is just for you to start with the way we did before, for you to first check the name, whether the name has not been picked. If the name has not been picked, then you click on check and you check out. That is all about the for domain registration and hosting
registration. We have demonstrated with the company which is whohohost. We have equally demonstrated with whohohost. You can also check other company. Everyone they are exist is still the same process. Just make sure that you go for a domain pop before going for your hosting package. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. We meet in any of the other modules.